Hello friends, welcome back. Happy Saturday, everyone. Kjun is back with another official inZOI developer update, and this week we've got a few fun additions to look forward to. The team shares more improvements they're making to the Autonomy system, gives us a first look at 2 new meals coming to the game, and announces that we'll soon be able to set school uniforms. As someone who spends way too much time creating outfits, I'm especially excited about the school uniforms. And I have to admit, I'm pretty happy to see another soup being added too. I was really hoping we'd get more cozy food options. As always, I'll be reading through Kjun's announcement piece by piece while we relax with some cozy inZOI gameplay. If you'd like to share your own ideas and feedback directly with the developers, you'll find the link to the official inZOI Discord in the description below. Now let's jump into this week's developer update. Kjun starts with his usual friendly greeting. Hello everyone and happy Friday. As always, we're sharing a video showcasing what the inZOI team has been working on this week. Lately, the team has been approaching development with a fresh mindset by going back to the fundamentals. We've been carefully reviewing every part of the game and improving it piece by piece. The more closely we look, the more areas we find that should have been better from the beginning, and that leaves us feeling truly sorry. If you follow any of my platforms, you know I have a pretty strong opinion on this, and I can be found on almost every platform defending inZOI. As someone who's been playing life simulation games for over 25 years, and yes, I'm talking about The Sims 1 coming out when I was 10 years old, that was my first favorite game. All I can say is inZOI is, I think in a lot of communities, reminding the OG Sims players of those first games. Sims 1, Sims 2, and Sims 3 were just a different kind of game. It had different kinds of graphics. It was a different kind of gameplay. It wasn't a money grab. And I think a lot of people see the same things in inZOI that they saw in The Sims 1 back in the day. And that game was not perfect. It didn't come out early access either. It was a fully completed game. That said, I think Kjun and the team are doing an amazing job. Keeping the community involved is probably one of the best things that they could have done for so many reasons. And everyone knows I can go on for days about this, but let's continue on with Kjun's update. Even so, he says, I believe that as long as we have a clear goal and continue moving toward it, we may stumble, but we won't stop moving forward. And I think he hit the nail on the head there. I couldn't agree with that sentiment more. Recently, I've been focusing on redesigning our autonomy system. For this update, I wanted to revisit it from the ground up rather than making small adjustments, so I've been rebuilding much of its decision-making logic. He says, for example, when a Zoe wants to sit down and eat, the game now searches for the most appropriate dining location step by step. First, it checks whether there is a dining table or a table in the room. If none is available, it gradually expands the search to look for a suitable table farther away. If a Zoe is inside a residential or business lot, the search covers the entire lot, prioritizing indoor dining areas before considering outdoor spaces. If a Zoe is in a public area or somewhere outside a lot, the search looks for a suitable table within a 40-meter radius. Of course, if many Zoes perform this decision-making process at the same time, it can become expensive from a performance standpoint. To address this, we've also been optimizing the search order, limiting the search scope, and reducing unnecessary calculations so these improvements remain efficient. It sounds like they're putting a lot of thought into this autonomy system and building it in a way that really makes it its own unique system. I remember Kjun mentioning in another announcement that the autonomy system they wanted to use simply didn't exist. And so because of that, they would have to build it themselves. It sounds like they're really trying to flesh out the perfect system that feels natural without being too expensive on your computer or whatever platform you're playing on. Right now, of course, we just have inZOI on PC and Mac, but in 2027, it is coming to console. PS5 is confirmed. I'm not sure about Xbox yet. Right now, Krafton has only officially announced PS5, but I'm sure it's somewhere in the future. He says, "I'm honestly embarrassed that such fundamental behaviors still needed this level of attention. If you've noticed other situations where inZOI's autonomous behavior feels awkward or unnatural, please let us know. Your experiences and feedback are incredibly valuable and often help us design better solutions." And this is a good time to mention again, if you want to give Kjun your feedback directly, I will leave the link to the official inZOI Discord down below. We'll continue reviewing the game one system at a time and keep working to make inZOI a better simulation. There's a new development video, so let's go ahead and watch it together.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all having a wonderful week. Let's take a look at some of our developments from this past week. As we continue to make improvements to our fundamentals, we are currently working on synergizing different components to make simulation more convincing. In this example, we have ZOIs who, like all of us, find difficulty in going out to exercise. But once they are finally on the treadmill, they feel a sense of excitement. Once they have that excitement, working out feels easier, and this makes them even more excited, fueling this positive cycle. If the ZOI goes to the gym to exercise and see other ZOIs working hard, it gives them motivation, further increasing the exercise efficiency. These are some of the connections we plan on making to improve many aspects of the game. If you can think of another instance where this application will be helpful, please let me know down in the comments. We made some minor improvements to the cooking system, including where if you leave a finished meal out too long, ZOIs will no longer throw away the food, but instead put it back in the fridge. We also added 2 new food items, mushroom soup and lamb steak. Lastly, we improved the graphical details of existing food items so they look even tastier than what they do now. We made improvements to baby care, starting with adding various toys to the crib to make it seem more realistic. As we keep adding more dedicated interactions for baby care, there were simply too many options to have to scroll and find, so we arranged them into different subcategories to make it easier to quickly find your desired interactions. The last one is probably the biggest. You can now create an original baby straight from Create a ZOI. Set appearance, traits, and anything else you want to customize to start your entirely new family. Now that you have more members to customize, we're working on another feature where you can instantly switch between household members in Create a ZOI to make the customization process much easier. Lastly, with character customizations, we added a feature specifically for school play, where you can change what uniform every student will be wearing at school. You control your school's dress code. What did you think of this week's developments? As always, feel free to leave a comment on how we can improve on any of the features you saw here today. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in my reply next week. Bye!
That wraps up this week's official inZOI developer update. Personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the continued autonomy improvements make ZOIs feel even more lifelike, and I can't wait to start creating outfits with the new school uniform system. It's a small feature, but I think it's going to open up a lot of creative possibilities. And of course, I'm always happy to see more cozy food making its way into the game. I'd love to know what stood out to you the most in this week's announcement. So let me know down in the comments. If you'd like to help shape the future of inZOI, don't forget to join the official Discord using the link in the description and share your feedback directly with the developers. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoy these weekly developer updates paired with cozy gameplay, be sure to hit the subscribe button. That's all for now, friends. See you next time.